January is flying by, and by the time this month is over, we should be seeing the first teaser or news for MLB The Show 24. So in this video, I want to cover when we should expect to get all of the MLB The Show 24 news, like the new feature reveals, the cover athlete announcement, release date announcement, when the tech test will release, and plenty more. And to do this, I will be going over a realistic timeline for when we will be getting all of this news and going over when we got news last year for MLB The Show 23, because more than likely this year will follow a very similar timeline. So starting off with the first news that we're going to get about MLB The Show 24, which is the cover athlete reveal, and the last two cover reveals have been on January 31st, which was MLB The Show 22's reveal, and then January 30th was MLB The Show 23's reveal. So I would have to assume the reveal for this year will be the last week of January sometime, or possibly one of the first few days of February. That might be the case as well. And I did make my cover athlete prediction in my last video, so I won't go over that now. But again, expect the reveal to be the very end of January, possibly the first week of February. Next comes the release date announcement, and we will know the release date of MLB The Show 24 shortly after the cover athlete reveal. When they revealed the cover athlete last year, they also gave us the date for when we could start pre-ordering the game, which was exactly 1 week after the cover reveal itself. So sometime between the reveal and then the day we can begin pre-ordering, which is, like I said, about a week. This is when we will know the release date of MLB The Show 24. We will, so probably, kind of like I said, the release date or the cover reveal is going to happen, very end of January, February. So we should get the release date announcement probably like middle of February. We should know the exact date. And there's also a chance we get a release date announcement way sooner than this, like right when the cover athlete gets revealed. That's also a possibility. But if I had to guess a release date right now, I would say early access beginning on Friday, March 22nd, with the standard release date of Tuesday, March 26th. Very similar dates as last year's game, and like usual, I would expect there to be 2 different release days for the couple different versions of the game. And before we get to the feature reveals and when to expect all of those, there are a couple more things I need to touch on that are important, one being the tech test. And typically, once we know the cover athlete and the release date, that's when we get the release of the tech test. And the MLB The Show 23 test was from February 15th through the 21st. And tech tests for MLB The Show, almost always are typically around the middle of February, so I wouldn't expect that to change now. And then the other thing that we will get before, or actually maybe after some of the feature reveals, but around the time of this, as the feature reveals begin, is the first gameplay trailer. And this is always, pretty exciting time, gets a lot of hype going within the community, right? Like I said, right around the time of the feature reveals too. And I think I forgot to mention it, but the first gameplay trailer of MLB The Show 23 was released on February 16th. But then next comes probably my favorite thing that we get before the release of the new game, because we start to see some of these new features that are coming to the game in the feature premieres. Now, I'm sure the dates for all the feature reveals this year will be a little bit different from last year. Not every single date is going to match up, but I do want to go over when we got all of the new feature reveals from MLB The Show 23, just to give you guys a sense for around the time we will see feature reveals for MLB The Show 24. And last year, the first feature reveal for MLB The Show 23 came on February 9th, and this was the introduction to the brand new storylines mode, which, keep in mind, we will be getting more storylines in MLB The Show 24. They are continuing to add more Negro League players, in each of the next few games at least. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if they once again started off the reveals with the new storylines and talking about all of the new players coming into the game from those storylines. And then the next feature reveal was on February 14th, and this was showing off all of the new changes to gameplay. And last year, the first Diamond Dynasty news we got, which was the introduction to sets and seasons, was on February 21st. But then the Diamond Dynasty feature premiere stream, which was the bigger stream going over all of the details about Diamond Dynasty, was on February 23rd. And this just took a deeper dive into everything. So showed off, the new feature of captains. It went into, Team Affinity came back, so it went over that. New card series like the Charisma series, they showed off as well. So all of the new stuff they showed off in that bigger feature premiere stream on February 23rd. So, it might be a while for, the first big drop of Diamond Dynasty news, but nonetheless, middle-ish of February, we should be getting all of that. And then after the Diamond Dynasty feature premiere, we had 2 final feature premieres for MLB The Show 23 that were at the very beginning of March. And these were for Road to the Show and then finally Franchise and the game presentation and commentary. New Updates also had one. And then after these feature reveals wrap up, there's only a couple weeks until the game comes out for early access. And if you don't already, I would highly, highly recommend following MLB The Show on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, because during this downtime, this couple week downtime, they will start to tweet out different teasers and sneak peeks about mostly Diamond Dynasty related things, like maybe new legends that are coming into the game, other new features, things like that we might see in the mode and other stuff that maybe we did not see in the feature premiere streams, but that they leak out. Normally it's first on Twitter that people get it, and then, you might see it later, but you'll get all, up-to-date news on Twitter if you follow them. But that's what I expect for a timeline of the news we'll get leading up to the release of MLB The Show 24. If you guys have not already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video for more MLB The Show 24 videos. But that'll be it for this one. I appreciate all of you guys for sticking around to the end of this one and watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.